Hey everyone, my name is Christopher Lang, and I'm the CEO of OptimizeAI. Today I'm here to teach you how to get the most out of your assistants in the OptimizeAI tool suite. I'm not going to bother you with a whole long, boring introduction. We're just going to dive right in. So, the first and most important thing that you want to do when getting started is to fill out your profile. When you fill out your profile, you can give the system information about who you are and what your businesses are, what they do. And that information is really, really vital because it lets your assistants know who they're speaking to and what they're speaking about. This way, you don't have to give them all this different vital information every single time you start a new chat session. They'll remember this forever. If you don't want them to remember something or you want to add new information, you can always edit your profile at any time. Once you have your profile completed, the next thing we want to talk about is how to really chat with these assistants. A lot of people think because you're chatting with an AI, you need to be able to speak this complex language or write these crazy prompts, and that's absolutely not the case with the assistants in the Optimize AI tool suite. These were built so that you could speak to them in completely natural language, just like you speak to anyone else, any human being, as if someone were in your own marketing team or in your own organization. So let's say, for instance, you're working with Mia, who is the marketing director or the marketing assistant. You could start out your conversation by simply saying, "Hey, Mia, I need some help creating a marketing campaign." At that point, Mia will say, "Well, I have some questions. I'm not entirely sure. I need some more information." And she'll ask leading questions about what it is in the marketing campaign that you're trying to create. Now, let's say you want to skip that back and forth. You already have some details, just like you would a regular marketing assistant who's working remote in your organization. You would first draft up an email and put all of the details that you have and send it on out. Same thing applies here. Put all of the information that you have into the message and send it to the assistant. Then Mia will digest the information and come back with either some questions or for elaboration, or she'll give you a first draft of your marketing campaign. She may give you some suggestions first and get some more feedback. It really all depends on the particular circumstance. Once she does send back the initial marketing campaign or strategy or whatever it is that you're looking for, at that point, you can send feedback. You could send feedback, you can request changes, updates, and she'll take care of those updates and changes for you. Again, just like you're working with any other assistant who might be within your organization. Once you have the final piece that you want to work with, now you have the opportunity to either save the chat if you'd like, or move on to something else. One of the things we do in Optimize AI Tool Suite is we don't save every single chat interaction that you have. Systems like ChatGPT save everything that you do, and sometimes they're just nonsensical conversations, they're testing, and you don't need that. And then when you go and you're searching through all of these different chats, it's almost impossible to find what you're actually looking for. So we give you the opportunity to pick and choose which chat sessions get saved so that you can come back to them later. All you have to do is click the Save Chat link at the bottom of your chat window, and when you do that, it'll prompt you to name the chat. That makes it very, very easy to find in the future. The other thing I want to make sure to point out is that all of the assistants come with their own special set of functionality. For instance, your personal assistant, Sam, is very, very knowledgeable about the AI tool suite. So she can help guide you to what tools within the system will be able to best help you with your request. She can also help you draft and write emails, even send those emails, and she can also scrape website data for things like SEO or market research. Then you have tools like the Panther AI, and the Panther AI can get real-time stock data, as well as all of the analysis information it can need to do a true technical analysis of a stock to help you make better trades. We're always adding new functionalities and features to the assistant so that they can do the best possible job to help you and your business. Really, the most important thing to remember is chatting with these assistants isn't like chatting with a typical robot or a typical AI you might find on people's websites. These are built specifically to allow you to have natural language conversations, just like you would chat with anyone else that was a human being within your organization. Each assistant has its own personality and they interact differently with you. So have fun with it. Try it out, try speaking in different ways, try getting to know the different assistants so that you know how they could best help you within your business.